Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Greetings, friends. For those of you that are bonus show subscribers and are enjoying this live for the California people, the people out on the West Coast, welcome to an evening taping.
Do you remember way back? This was during my first internship, so it would have been 1992. And you were tasked with covering the last hour of the show. And you came up with Evenings with Mike O'Mara.
And wasn't it one of those like adult contemporary DJs that's like, it's evenings. I'm Mike O'Mara. Hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
We weren't syndicated yet, so you sort of reconfigured the hot clock so that it was like 10 3-minute segments.
Was it kind of like a Delilah feel?
That's what
Yes,
I Delilah.
exactly.
That's exactly. It was like, hi, Delilah. How are you? So, it's just a good time to relax, get the stress off, and spend some time this evening with
What am
Mike
I listening
O'Mara.
to?
You're listening to Evenings with Mike O'Mara. Great to have you along. So the primary reason I think that we're doing this is because Josh Soroka went on the Margaritaville Cruise.
Yes.
And I didn't realize it was a Margaritaville Cruise.
Well, because we were up in the air. There were a couple cruise options.
Okay.
So we were deciding which
You're
one
not
to
a
go.
parrot head, though,
No.
because you
No.
would be the last, absolute last person I would ever expect to do that. By the way, I'm enjoying an adult beverage.
You keep
because
pointing
it's-
to it
Well, because it's evenings.
with Mike O'Mara.
I had to call their customer support line today when I got home.
The Margaritaville. Did you go
Yeah.
on the cruise?
Yes, we did. We went
And you
on
had
the
to
cruise.
call. You had to call. I have to take these off.
Well, yeah,
These
well,
are
I'll
long
get to
glasses.
why, but I had to call them, and they immediately put me on hold and started playing some Jimmy Buffett music. I almost hung up just because I've heard enough of it this weekend.
Yeah, I bet. That's not good. Did they serve the food? Were you at a table or did they serve it on a buffet?
Yeah, I forget what they called their buffet, but everything had a name.
Trichinosis?
No,
You said it was a small boat.
it was a small
I'm
boat.
talking
It is-
small.
It is the smallest
Talking
cruise
small.
ship I've
It
been
could
on.
float in a bathtub. I'm talking small.
And I'll tell you what, the first night I regretted it because I think that captain hit every wave possible.
So a small enough boat where
Just stirred into it.
you're feeling the bounce and stuff like
I
that.
had to walk away from dinner and had to go lay down on the first night.
No patch, no
No,
Dramamine.
I took some. I've got some medicine I take. I just took it a little later than I should have that evening.
That is funny because you are like really motivating me never ever to do that again. I would
but
never
Mike,
do it.
Right here, I've got TMOS group cruise info
Yes.
for us all to go to Margaritaville.
That's not.
Mike,
just
think of
no-
it. A
there's no way.
cheeseburger in paradise.
I don't want to
Right.
go on a boat that you're going to feel the waves.
I
I go
do.
on a giant boat.
That
No,
was only
then go to a hotel.
that was only the first night.
Mike,
it was
the-
fine after that.
Davy Jones's locker and the mighty sea. You want to feel it.
I think we just had to get out of this cold weather.
I
and
can
then
hear the
it settled
promo
down.
now. Welcome to the
What are you drinking? I got to know.
Jameson's Irish whiskey.
Okay, with no garnish, just ice.
Yeah, just on the rocks. Little. I asked Carla. I brought this into the studio. A little DC, little Diet Coke. Just got out of traffic, by the way. Coming up from Happy Valley, and
You were out doing your
everybody's-
volunteer work over there?
I was doing my charity work today. And by the way, everybody's here now. Now is the official, real, right at the end of January, the official beginning of the season. They're all back from their whatever.
Right, because they stay
know.
in the cold climate for Christmas.
Yes.
And
all
probably
that. Then
New
they
Year's,
get out of
yeah.
there.
And New Year's, and then they linger, and then they all come down here. And
So you're not talking birthday season. This is snowbird season.
snowbird season. They're all down here, and then you got to prepare for it. You got to be aware the things move a little slower. You have a tendency to get in back of people that don't know where they're going, and occasionally you would get somebody who is really, really out of it. I mean, like, I don't know how this happened, but I'm leaving the house today.
Right.
And I was running a little bit behind, but not so much that I had to worry about it. And I pull out on my street, which is, it's not Happy Valley Street. It is, it's Casket Acres.
That's right.
It's 1010 Casket Acres. And
You've never given it an address before.
One of the side streets, a lady comes out. I didn't know it was a lady at the time. I found out afterwards. A lady comes out in a Mustang, and what appears to be a rather hefty Mustang, like a Mustang that says, "I want to go fast Mustang."
A relatively recent Mustang?
Yeah.
All muscled up, yeah.
And it seemed muscled up, and then the Mustang is in front of me going 1 mile an hour. And then the Mustang just stops 30 feet from the stop sign in the middle of the road. And I don't know what's going on. So I finally wait enough, and then I gently go around thinking the person was permanently stopped. And then, of course, that's the rule. They start to roll forward as soon as you start to go around. And when I went around this person, I looked in the driver's side, and it was, do you remember the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Of course.
Where the lady with the bun head is steering up there? Because this lady is 1,000 years old.
In a Mustang like
in
that?
In a hot rocket Mustang, and it does not make sense at all. And she was cruising along, and it was
Do you think in her day she was hot?
I didn't get a close enough look.
Was it a convertible? You think she got excited at the rental place of, I'm going to Florida, I want a convertible?
I'll never know. I'll never, unless I see her again in the neighborhood. It was like the beginning of my day. It was right outside the neighborhood. But taking my kid
You should have offered her a piece of candy or something.
Or cake. Or chicken, fried chicken.
Oh, God, if you had just a two-piece dinner from KFC that you could have given her.
If you live in a senior citizen area, just carry a bucket of chicken in your car. It'll get you out of jams.
Hand it out.
Hand
it out. That's right.
Hand out pieces of chicken. So, listen, I'm sorry. I know you're upset about my dog peeing on your lawn, but who wants a drumstick?
We are even now, my friend.
There you go.
We have no problems between us. Thanks for the slaw.
We will get to Josh's cruise. We will get to a little baseball issue here in the house that was interesting. And we got a lot to cover on the show today. So there's some movie stuff I'd like to talk to you. But I want to start with a rant that is, I want to preface what I'm going to say by saying this is totally without reason, without rationality. This is just from the gut. And I would like to comment on Championship Sunday in the NFL and the NFL games where between Buffalo and Kansas City and Philadelphia and even our beloved Washington, D.C. team, I don't have a dog in the hunt. You know, I'm a Giants fan. You know that's the way it goes. But it's interesting. And, you had one game where it was a blowout, where it was determined that pretty quickly that Washington, the Commanders, were no real match for Philadelphia. And then we move on to the evening game. And there it is again. How do I say that? Why do I love the NFL, and why do I follow the NFL when the ending is always the same?
I know
why. You can talk about parody. You can talk about getting to the show. And yes, this is where rationality leaves. This is where I know I'm not being rational, but I don't have any teams in the game. But I am so up to here, so sick. And I know that I speak for the majority of not just fans in the NFL, but people in general. I am so sick of all of the sameness of Kansas City. I am so sick of the red. I am so sick of their politically incorrect Indian chant that they do, those dumbasses.
Yeah, Native American.
I am so sick of it. And by the way, if you're a diehard Kansas City fan, let me just say, I know this is irrational, and I know this is just pure emotion coming out. So I really don't mean it. I really don't.
Well,
yes.
There's a trace of you that means it, and I know why.
A little bit.
I know,
but I mean,
why.
I know how just based on nothing this is. And by the way, this is my first sip. I'm not doing this because I've been drinking.
Mike,
Thank you.
You are broken, and that is why you keep coming back to the NFL. It is the best sport to watch on television, but it sucks.
Yeah,
it absolutely
the Taylor
sucks.
Swift, the Kelsey brothers, the Indian chant, Philly fans, Nick Sirianni, Bradley Cooper, Buffalo choking, the Manning brothers.
That's
F
the
them
problem.
all. What?
Once you get past championship season, Super Bowl is not designed for football fans.
No.
It's for pop
right.
culture.
It's pop culture, and I'm so sick of the same BS. I'm so sick of seeing every. I wish I could use the F word. You'll have to tune in.
You can.
You'll have to tune in for the bonus show.
All right.
I'm so sick of every fucking insurance company with their stupid ass commercials that aren't funny and aren't creative, but they have more money than Jesus Christ, our Savior, so they just ejaculate dollars into the advertising world. And I'm so sick of seeing mouth-breathing Eli Manning. And I'm a Giants fan.
I know.
Jesus.
Mike,
and then, there's Taylor Swift bouncing upside down and hugging again. And the 3-peat.
Question, Mike.
God, what a load. What crap.
Now we get 2 weeks of not football talk.
Right.
But will Kelsey propose at this year's Super Bowl?
Exactly.
Since he hasn't
Garbage.
At the others.
It's turned into crap. There's no storyline. It's the same old, same old. And by the way, how much can the bulk of the country relate to that team? Really?
Nobody.
They can't.
Nobody can.
And I got to see Andy Fat-Ass Reid, who, by the way,
Bundle Rooski.
If I can sidetrack here a
I
little
think
bit.
we can relate to him a little bit.
If I can have a little sidebar, can I give you a sidebar, please?
Sure.
Andy Reid, who outcoached Buffalo so totally, is such a, if you really want to look to who it is, usually you say talent, and Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. But when you look at how outcoached, Josh, who's the coach of the? Do you know the coach of the Buffalo Bills? I don't know the head coach. I forgot his name. You see, that's
Isn't
how
it George Hallis?
it's Ali Sherman.
Oh, good. He's
It's Ali Sherman.
It's Sean McDermott.
Oh, okay.
Sean McDermott. Andy Reid's a coach. You're a dumbass. All right? I'm sorry. You are a dumbass. How many times you want to run that stupid-ass tush push, okay, that doesn't work because Kansas City's too smart for you? I don't know.
Well, at least they were able to do
this.
the Mike. They were able to do the tush push. That wasn't 4 seconds before the ball was snapped.
Now, can I just say this again, that I realize that I am completely irrational here, that this is opinion, and it's opinion, and it probably is not based in any reality.
But I think
and
you speak for most of the country.
I do.
Well, I
too.
hope I do. I hope I do when I say, Josh, Josh, the difference between you.
You're not talking to our producer. You're talking to Josh Allen.
Talking to Josh Allen. Thank you, Rob.
Okay.
The difference between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes is when the big games come up. When the big games come up and you're expected to play your best today. Smile. You're the twitchy quarterback.
You're
just a little twitchy, Josh. He was just a little twitchy, don't you think?
You're
just a
choking
little twitchy. Is he gutsy? Yes. Is he talented? Yes. Is he gritty? Yes. But what he isn't is as calm as the guy that's been there. Patrick Mahomes, who is unflappable, who runs every play with just smoothness, even when he's being, chased by guys that want to throw him into the turf. So we had that. And
Mike,
I
if
guess,
you step back to the commercials, I have a question.
Let's see another picture of Nick Sirianni.
Do you think it's fine form and acceptable to keep putting Sam Elliott in commercials when he can't talk?
I was a veteran too.
I'm already in.
I'm a veteran too. They got pictures.
That's what I keep thinking.
They got the alleged slut. Hold on. I'm a husband first. That's from the movie.
Hell of a send-off for the old man.
Hell of a send-off for the old man. By the way, that's our favorite Sam Elliott movie, right?
Yes. Yeah.
The Big Lebowski's pretty good when it's like, hey, dude.
He was good.
That's a pretty good one.
He was good in the most recent Star is Born too, with Lady Gaga and Bradley
Okay.
Cooper.
Yep. He was good in that. The brother. Is it the older brother?
I think he
Bradley
was the
Cooper?
older brother or keeper of the rock star. I don't know exactly. I don't know if they were related.
They got pictures.
Hell of a send-off.
What's the name of the movie? I'm shutting the whole show down because I want to know the name of the movie with the political movie with Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
Where Jeff Bridges is. Do you remember it? Do you remember the name of the movie?
I don't. I'm looking it up right now, as a matter of fact.
God, I want to get it before you get it because I'm just thinking.
Do it.
Oh my God. First
Mike,
president, the first.
Where is it?
I don't have it. I don't have it.
Is it Roadhouse?
No, it's not Roadhouse.
I'm kidding.
But getting back to.
Is it Lucky Luke?
It's not Lucky Luke. Boy, I'm trying so hard. It's just not there. It's not because it's been so long since. It's an old movie.
It is. It's
It's
probably
an
like
old
late
movie.
90s.
No, don't talk. Find the thing. Try to find it, please.
It's okay.
You say you're finding, but you want to yap instead of find.
Mike, you
Try
were-
pretend you're doing what Josh is doing.
Okay. Then
We'll see how
everybody be
fast
quiet.
the show would move. If that was my world.
The Contender.
The Contender. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh.
He
2000.
beat you. He's faster. He's younger, and he will always beat you.
Are you shocked? I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm a dullard.
I wish
But
you
we've
were
got
shocked.
Josh.
They-
I
We've got
really
Josh.
wish you. I
They
really
were
wish you
also
were
in
shocked.
The Pretender together.
Oh, that's right. They were in the
Or
Pretender.
The Pretendant.
So
Contender, Pretendant, and Big Lebowski.
now we're going to get to the really irrational part of it.
Okay.
All right. I just feel when we get to this part of the season, Josh, and now it's all lined up for three-peat, that the majority of the country not only doesn't care, but will probably not even care to watch because they don't care so much, because they are so sick of it. I know
There's
most
animosity.
fans.
There is
there
animosity
is.
online towards
There
the
is.
whole sport. Yeah.
But I'm sure, Mike, that you'll be tuning in for Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
It's just the same. It's the same. And the rich get richer. And
Who do
Tom
you
Brady
think
calls the game. And
with
blah,
his
blah,
big
blah,
teeth? When it goes to halftime at the Super Bowl,
He's good, though. I want to give Tom Brady a solid here. Tom Brady is better than he was when he started because that's the way
is.
Tom
he's
Brady
improved.
rolls.
He's improved.
Tom
yes.
Brady is a solid analyst. The empty haircut that does the games with him, Burkhardt, that cares more. That MFer, if I can say this right now, cares more about where that hair is located on his pretty little head than he does about really calling a game. I would urge, is it Kevin Burkhardt?
I
Is
think
that
that's
the guy
right,
that
yes.
did the? I would urge him to, just check out some video of broadcasters like Nance, Tirico. Check out those performances. Summerall.
You know what was driving me crazy with them? When they took a shot in the booth, they had their back to the field. And I'm sure that's a green screen effect.
I like Tony Romo and Jim Nance. They do.
I do. I think they're the most fun to listen to. But it's
Right.
just frustrating to think about them not facing the field. And Kerry says, well, maybe they have a TV screen. I said, the whole point of them being there is not to have a TV screen. It's
Yeah,
to
to
watch
be-
the game.
Watch the game, but they have monitors everywhere. It was just, I think, for most fans of the NFL and most sports fans, and I think everybody looks in on these championship games, and it was a good game. But did you not feel, Josh, being a Baltimore Ravens fan,
Yep.
having faced these guys, that it's just which way are they going to win this time? How are they going to do it this time?
Yes. And you can't make any mistakes against them. It's the same thing the Ravens did. The Ravens killed themselves. Josh Allen and the Bills killed themselves. You can't give the Chiefs extra opportunities.
Just a drag, and then the same commercials with with Andy Reid going skip-a-doo, skip-a-doo, and the room full of Kansas City Chiefs.
That's setting the
Kansas
table, Mike.
Effing City.
Mike, they're setting the table for the Doritos Super Bowl ad. Can you stand it?
God, it's just the season.
That'll be better than the mayonnaise ad with Billy
It's
Crystal.
the season of the rich getting richer. It's Ohio State winning the national championship. It's Kansas City going back. It's just middle America conquers all,
Well, don't worry. We'll have baseball season soon.
This is
With
true.
the Dodgers taking everything.
And Scott Boras, and you know what? And Scott Boras, lick my bag. Lick my Irish bag, you dick.
Wow.
Let Alex Bregman just hold out until the first day of spring training, you prick. And I just know the Red Sox aren't going to get him. I'm just
That's
so
why you're
depressed.
already mad. That's why you're already
No, I
mad.
really wish there was something to get excited about. And it's like, for those of us that really not only don't care about Kansas City, but really don't like Kansas City anymore, it's the season's over. And so if you're a big NFL fan and you really don't like Kansas City and you're tired of them winning, your season's over now. So because I certainly don't care about the Philadelphia Eagles at all, because they've had the riches too. They've had the big wins.
And it's an ugly, unhappy city. Let's be honest.
It is.
It really is.
It's like the nastiest East Coast city you could possibly get into.
It truly is.
Baltimore would have been better.
And it's Philadelphia. It's hard to tell if they're celebrating or complaining about a loss. It looks the same out in the streets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because if they win, they'll be like, yeah, F you! F you!
You see, there was a guy in the streets celebrating with everyone when they won on Sunday night, shooting a gun in the air above the crowd as if bullets don't come down.
That's fun. I mean, that is fun when you shoot a bullet in the air. Mike, back to the halftime show. I have a question about the big
Is this
game.
the Super Bowl? Oh,
yes.
Oh, I said the words.
No, we can say it here.
NFL,
we can say it here because we're not promoting
Super Bowl. F you.
So we've got confirmed Kendrick Lamar and SZA. They'll probably bring out a hip country act as well, and maybe a rock and roller. Do you have any predictions?
With lots of... No, I predict...
Yes?
And I'm going to try to stand by it. I predict I will be doing something else. I am not... It's not because it's a boycott. It's not because I have, I'm protesting. I believe the right teams won. I believe the best teams won. I really believe that happened. But it's just boring.
So you'll be doing something else during the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Yeah, Sunday night. Yeah, you know what? I'll be giving myself a prostate massage.
Oh, no.
A Robert Kraft.
If you get a Robert Kraft prostate massage, first of all, you have to get a blue shirt with a white collar. And then undo it.
So am I just wanted to get the, and really, the Kelsey brothers, who are just everywhere.
Have you
the
tuned
Manning
into his
brothers.
late night show?
What's that?
Have you watched his late night show?
No, haven't had the pleasure.
It's not worth it. No.
What is his late night show?
It's supposed to be like a Letterman style late night show on ESPN, and it's Jason Kelsey.
That's what it matters anymore. It doesn't matter whether you're entertaining at all.
It's just all about him.
Yeah.
I mean, the days of anyone being really entertaining on network TV seem to have gone by. Is there any?
We've all gone to podcasts, Mike.
Let's go right down the line.
All right.
With maybe one exception, I think the goofiness of Terry Bradshaw, but I don't think that's anywhere near the absolute brilliance of Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley, who are legitimate. I mean, they were great NBA players, but they make no mistake, they are comedic performers, and it's high art. It's high art what they do. There is nothing in the NFL that comes anywhere close. You have boring announcers, you have boring color man, and you have boring analysts.
They try to spice it up with Gronk.
Yeah, who's
they drag
just
him out there,
dumb.
who's an idiot.
Who's just dumb. and not
He did
funny.
3 shows before he realized he was hired.
It's just not fun.
No,
it's
it's
not
not.
fun. And the broadcasting side of things would be back in the day when you had people that were funny. You had Howard Cosell and Don Meredith, who was
greatest.
funny. You had John Madden, who was funny. And, it just doesn't seem to be
You had
anymore.
Sam Rosen.
Yeah,
Not
now
funny.
it's like you have the pre-game.
Yeah.
With I can't say. Is there anybody any more dull than that CBS crew?
No.
Is there anything duller than that? I mean,
No.
I thought you had to really work hard to beat the dullness, and I'm
Yeah.
talking about not the star power, because they've got star power on Fox, but the dullness of it. So the whole thing it hasn't soured me. I'll be waiting to see what my team's going to do.
Sure.
But Josh, being closer to it than I was with your Ravens making a run, how do you feel about it? Because I've said my piece.
Ravens could have beaten the Chiefs.
And it's dull now, right? Isn't it super dull now?
I see someone in the YouTube chat mentioned going to the movies Super Bowl night.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a great night. Great way to spend the night.
I think it's a great idea. Because it will not move me one iota. I could give 2 Fs about a three-peat. All right? I really could. I mean, it's like, what's great in sports? What's great in sports? Upsets. That's why people care about underdog. That's why the term was invented.
Yeah.
Not the guys that have been there and done it.
Ralph Rice said something really great online. As soon as they...
He's a brilliant man, Rob. He's a totally brilliant man.
As soon as the Commanders game was over, and that was sad and it hurt a lot of people, he posted, and suddenly we're all Bills fans. And that's true, but they were also the underdog. And, and then, so nothing good happened this weekend.
Nothing good happened. So I just had to vent it. I know it
there's
doesn't
no good
matter.
storyline.
No, you're right.
There's no one person everyone can care about on these teams.
Yeah, and it's and the I just wish things had been a little bit different. I really do. I really wish that my dear friend, I think Mr. Cerrito might be texting me right now.
Oh, boy.
No, it's another robocall from California. It's another maybe scam likely.
Scam alert.
So that's it. I got
It's
my
Andy Reid on the phone, Mike.
I said I said my piece. I just got that out of the way. And since we're ranting, I'd like to read a letter from a listener, if I could, before we go to our first break tonight. All right?
All right.
This letter comes from, I will just call her M.
Okay.
I'm not
I like
gonna,
hearing you say
reveal her.
tonight, Mike. I like you say tonight.
Well, this evening, it's great to have you.
know.
Evenings, the TMOS evenings, where we take your song requests, and Delilah will be joining us a little bit later.
Why, Delilah?
Why? All right. Here's the letter from M. Got this over the weekend, decided I'd read it. Mike, just want to say that I'm frustrated that you seem so apolitical now. Not that I want a political show, but I feel you don't speak up when things need to be said. I feel like you capitulate to the other side so as not to hurt feelings or bring controversy. Things need to be stated. Yesterday I got my letter at HHS. Is that Health and Human Services?
Yeah.
Is that what that is? Telling us that we have to report our fellow employees or face consequences. That's a little weird. The state of the country is dire. Doesn't this seem like 1938? Immigrants, LGBT, trans, women, scientists, books, teachers, all being targeted. Criminals released and threatening retribution. Capitol Police victims being threatened. Fanone, that's the guy with the beard that was, involved in January 6th as a police officer.
Right.
Fanone stating that his mother had feces thrown at her. I remember that story. That's a true story. People need to be educated as to what is happening. A short recognition of this on your program as it goes on is essential. If you see something, say something. I'm not sure the see something, say something, what that would involve, but I'm sharing it. I think it's been a good time for the right. I can share something from the left once in a while. Sure. She took the time to, but here's the main reason. Also, I've been listening to you since WAVA days, and I've been a loyal donor. I am 80 years old. God bless her. And still work in infectious disease at NIH. What do you think is going to be our lifespan of our research if we don't speak up? I agree with you. Mm-hmm. So that's why I shared that, because I get scared a little bit. And so I felt it necessary to say that, yeah, I'm quiet. I'm defeated, like a lot of people are defeated. And I have chosen to kind of crawl into a shell, and that's not going to be a permanent state. But I also feel as though I am willing to let the chips fall as they may, because at this point in time, what in the holy hell can I do about it? Yes, can I talk about it? But I've seen. What's that?
It's been 1 week.
It's been 1 week. Mm-hmm. But Josh, it's been 1 week, and we have had the parade of very, very controversial cabinet nominations. And
I've got a letter here for you.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. I'm just no.
So I just thought I'd share that. I understand her. I don't think she was unreasonable. I think she was feeling scared. I think she was feeling threatened. If she's getting letters at her offices from the department she's under saying there will be consequences if you don't report people, that's a little weird. That's a little weird. And there are people that are, So I think it's important for both the right and the left to keep their eyes open and to monitor the situation, because even people on the right will tell you that the president is volatile. The president is prone to erratic behavior. He is. Mm-hmm. And so keep your eyes open. And what I'm doing right now, though, is, we're a week in. I'm sitting by and letting happen. And by the way, you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to go, hey, did you see the stock market today? Like every Trump supporter did for Biden. Every time the market went nuts. The market today went down. Yeah. Horribly down. Lots of factors.
That was a weird China thing.
It was but that's it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter to your team back in the day.
But you know what? The 4 years before this, I sat quiet and didn't call everything out.
Right. So, okay. But I mean, at the same time, I just feel as though a letter like that comes from, if people are going to come in and govern and they've got a certain attitude, the way they want to do it, it's one thing. When you're making wholesale moves of people that were, threatening police people on the Hill, that's a scary thing. And it's scary if you're telling people not to do that. I don't like that.
And I think even people on that side don't agree with everything and every move that's been made.
And would you agree it's a reasonable comment to say, keep your eyes open?
Sure.
If anything's out of line, let people know.
Yes.
And I believe you have duly elected. You had Democrats up on that dais, sitting there, gnashing their teeth inside, but they were there. Unlike him, they were there. So my feeling is, good luck. We'll see what. And I don't. I would love to say, ma'am, was I wrong? I'd love to say that. But right now, I'm letting
gotta wait and see.
Happen. We'll see what happens.
And keep in mind, it's only been 7 days.
Right.
It's been 1 week.
That was reasonable, wasn't it, Josh?
I am shocked that there's not a bunch of parodies of that today on radio for 1 week of Trump.
Mike, just 1 week. That's all.
It's been 1 week.
That is reasonable. I think that I am tired of people jumping to the Nazism and Hitlerism, because I think it softens those terms.
I agree.
And soften those words. And to say that people today are being treated like the Jews were treated back then is not. It softens World War II.
I think that the labeling of people as Nazis, and it's done by Vladimir Putin, and it's done by people on the right, and it's done by people on the left, and I think you're absolutely right. I agree. And by the way, I say this to all of you. If you are basing your desire to re-up on the bonus show based on Josh Soroka's politics, I am telling you that Josh rescued this show, came into this world when we were rudderless, and jumped in with very little time, which would have probably been a month or two to get our S together.
Sure.
And Josh hit the ground running and started to do things and help us. And he is a dedicated family man who coaches baseball, loves his family, loves his kids, loves his church, and stay the fuck out of his world. He doesn't sit here like I do and flap his gums every day for half an hour like I do. The show's got my name on it. And his politics are his politics, my politics. We coexist. Let me tell you how many times, if Josh and I talk about politics off air, it's usually in joke form.
It's always like
It would always. It's 100%. Even
It's
when
always
on air
like
it is.
that.
Yes.
And the guys that I golf with that are those guys too. That doesn't mean I don't feel strongly about the world and the way it is, but I hope that this union that we have here, the United States of America, is strong enough to weather whatever happens.
Well, and I hope it's that way outside of this show.
Yes.
That everything in life, everyone gets along, no matter how you vote and how things go.
Yeah.
Plus, I've only called ICE once.
What are you
To report
doing?
your neighbors? Did they get them? Did they kick those doors in, Josh?
Not yet. They're busy in Chicago.
Those people. And I get the left's hate, and I get the right's hate, and I share hatred. I don't talk about it. There's so many things piss me off and I hate. But I have chosen to do what I do on this show. It's much more fun to talk about the NFL. And it's much more fun to talk about wonderful products. Because aren't products fun, Rob?
They're the best, and products make things possible, Mike. That's what I love.
I hold in my hand.
You wish you had a knife in that drawer now, don't you?
No, look what I have.
What is that?
screwdriver.
I prepared. It is a Phillips head mini screwdriver, which works
there are so many
perfectly.
better tools than that for that job.
Oh, God! Oh, God! I've cut the dickens out of my nipple. No.
You know I have many sharp things at my desk, but you know what would take care of that tape? The lighter.
No, that's a very.
No.
I've done that, Rob. I've done that with garments, and it's
Garmol?
It's a very slippery slope.
I'm waiting
Do
for
not
that
do that to
windscreen
Garmol.
to just catch on fire one of these days.
know.
I have a
By
spare.
the way, let me check my windscreen. Wow, Mike's been brushing his teeth regularly.
Wow. Mine smells.
That's a man. Do you remember, Rob, when we used to work in a community studio?
Yeah, isn't it nice to have your own mic not shared?
It really is.
I don't know
and by
why.
the way, that doesn't smell good because I'm the only one using it. It smells good because I don't have like gross breath. Thank you.
Mine smells like curry.
I would want to use yours.
Oh, Mike, I would love to use yours.
I used to stand next to you in the studio
Yeah.
a couple of times, but you floss now.
Yeah,
so
and you
that's
know
good.
what? You didn't stand that much.
All right. No, I didn't. No, I sat with my feet up. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So plastic wrap inside the
Ooh.
cardboard.
Look
that
at
white
that.
looks nice.
Luke, I am your father.
No.
That's a radio trick right there. You're altering your voice using physical
but
properties.
you need metal. You need metal. This is the official TMOS Loud Cup. Oh, this is beautiful.
I like the white.
Look at that.
Oh, that looks sharp.
That looks good.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Check this out, Mike. Here's the red.
Oh, you got your red one. Rob, did you get a black one?
Mike, classic black, red on black
Look
logo.
at this. Is there a commercial in the body of the show for these?
I think it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow
Okay,
it
so we're not.
This is a value added, Mike. And is yours plenty loud like mine is?
On the count of three, let's all hit them. One, a two, a three, a. Go Kansas City. There it is.
Mike, this is my Andy Reid loud cup.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back. We got the round table. And yes, I'm a journalist too. We have Carl. I wouldn't mind a little topper offer if you're listening. We'll take a break and we will come back with the round table, which is really another word for the news that I have
Mike,
for you.
Promo here too.
You can eat promo here. Promo. Jim Amato, promo.
The latest bonus show is packed with questions and observations about scary vampires. Ooh.
Who's the bald guy with the fingers?
He's a Dracula and he hangs out with a Frankenstein.
Ballpark food, hon.
Pretzel bites with cheese.
That's a snack.
And loving on the human body.
Do you find that one of your ears gets dirtier than the other?
Well, how much are you going to pee and poo in one day? I mean, it's 11 hours.
The TMOS bonus show is the engine that powers America. Your support keeps the comedy flowing. This week is your last chance to get a yearly subscription. Go online, subscribe, and get laughing now at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
You are officially amazing. Wow. Well, that's interesting. Hey, what was your favorite childhood memory?
Stop it.
Caught on film or videotape? Do you have an easy way to watch it or share it with friends and family? Or post it to share? Probably not. Lucky for you, we found a solution. Legacy Box.
Love it.
There's the Legacy Box. That's what it looks like right there. Put all your stuff in it, your tapes, your your DVDs, anything you want.
Yep.
Anything you want. Legacy Box makes it easy to check this important task off your to-do list. It's like magic, and by going to legacybox.com/TMOS, you can enjoy 50% off when you get started with Legacy Box today. Legacy Box is a simple and safe way to digitize treasured videotapes.
Look at that. There's something to remember.
The waitress just came in. Hey, what are you doing later?
Stop it.
Sorry.
You know,
wait a
Mike,
minute.
about Legacy Box, I think a lot of people misunderstand this. Once you get your Legacy Box, you don't have to send it back right away. You can actually buy it and then send it back when you're ready. But by buying it in advance, you secure this great deal. So, if you're thinking about it in the future, grab it now. Save some dollars. Back to Mike.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Mike.
All right, man. This is the way you want to do it. Get all those memories that are good, like Josh leading a conga line down the Lido deck to escape the pirates during his Bahamian adventure. So exciting, and now saved forever. Kick off the new year by rescuing your family's most cherished memories that haven't been watched or enjoyed in years. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS to save 50%. Buy today. Send it in when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS. That's legacybox.com/TMOS. Do it.
You're being silly.
I'm in a silly mood. I like this time tonight.
Silly Rooski.
I'm kind of glad I made it through the horrific traffic, so I'm very, very happy about that. It's official. I'll give it to you one last time, and then that's it.
All right.
Taylor Swift is going back to the Super Bowl. And she's bringing the Kansas City Chiefs with her. KC squeaked out a win, shocker, against the Buffalo Bills, 32-29. They won again.
Shocking.
That means they have a shot at becoming the first NFL team to win 3 straight championships. Whoop-de-doo. They have to get past. By the way, Kansas City Chiefs fans right now listening to us, and we have them.
Sure.
How pissed do you think they are at me? Do you think they're like turbo
No,
pissed
their
at me
attitude right now is we'll show him.
Well, they have to get past the Philadelphia Eagles. Wonder if that'll happen. Who smoked the Washington Commanders 55-23. 55-23.
Yeah, a lot of those points came late. It was a game for a while.
Well, at least the refs didn't have to give the Eagles any extra points.
No, the refs were more balanced than they normally.
But they threatened to.
Yeah.
They threatened
and
the
by the
The
Commanders.
first down late in the game. The first down.
No, there was a penalty where the refs came out and said that if the player on the Commanders does it again, they will award points to the Eagles.
Yeah, they kept getting offsides.
Hold on, my kid just ran in here. What?
Are we talking football?
We're talking football.
Can I join?
Yeah, you can join in. Come on over here. Yeah, come on in. We'll talk football for a second. He said, "Can I join?" He wants to come in
They
and
had
join.
the ball on the 1 yard line, and they kept committing offsides, and all they could do was go half the distance to the goal.
I know.
And the refs got so frustrated, and I don't know anyone who has ever heard of this rule before.
No,
that
it
if
was a
they
new one.
penalized again, they can award points.
Yeah,
and
when
I'm thinking,
when it was down at the goal line. And
Yes.
they can because they were screwing up, because they were jumping offside in order to prevent them from scoring, so that's why they have that
Wouldn't
rule.
it be great, though, if they went ahead and went offsides and they awarded 1 point?
That's funny. Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Say hi. You want to get your headphones on? Where are they? They're in here somewhere. You want to find
Do you
them?
think it would have been a 7-point award, Josh? 6 with an extra point?
No,
I
don't
believe
pull
they
my
would've just
headphone out. No,
Giving them
don't
the
do that.
touchdown, like they moved into it.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
Say hi to the boys.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
godson.
How are ya?
Never better. You?
Good.
Super.
So we talking football or what?
We've already
Yeah, we're talking
established
about-
that.
How happy are you about the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles going to Super Bowl 59?
I'm not pleased.
Yeah, kind of boring, right?
It's like I hate both teams, so it's pretty boring.
Gun to your head. I hate to use the phrase, but you have to pick someone to root for. Who do you pick? Chiefs or the Eagles?
Well, here's the thing.
All right, thank you. Here's the thing.
The Eagles are in our division, but it just I don't have the heart to ever root for the Chiefs. I had this debate at school with my friend today.
Yeah.
And he convinced me just go. Even though he hates the Eagles too, he said I'd have to root for the Eagles.
I'd have to. I think if I had to make a choice, I'd have to go with the Eagles as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
I hate the idea of the three-peat.
yeah.
I think that should be taken away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say before you leave quickly?
The Josh Allen can never get it done against the Chiefs.
Ooh, strong words for Mr. Cerrito.
But is he the MVP?
Is he going to be the MVP of the league?
Well, I don't know his stats though. Like
They're
He's
not
about
good.
6'2",
no,
handsome.
like passing yards, touchdowns. and-
Oh, okay. I don't know those stats.
Yeah, don't listen to Valerie, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good.
Hey, that's a
Josh
new
Allen
one.
is actually 6'5", 238. Researched that the other day.
How about that? How about that? He just pulls it out of his mind, his beautiful mind, his beautiful high honors mind.
You know
Wait,
what he
wait,
should
for
do,
a
Mike?
sports
He
show.
should figure out what that movie was with Sam
What's
Elliott.
the glaze? You're saying that a lot. What's the glaze mean? Like you're blowing smoke up somebody's butt? Like you're complimenting somebody? You're glazing them? Okay.
It doesn't have to do with Jay Glazer.
There he goes. There he is. There he is. That's my kid. Super Bowl 59 goes down Sunday, February 9th at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Kendrick Lamar headlining the halftime show. FYI, the Eagles and Chiefs played each other in Super Bowl 57. And
What?
surprise, the Chiefs won 38-35. Another one of
Yes.
those 30-something victories. So there you go. There.
I remember
70s.
every moment of that game.
By the way, no longer Irish whiskey. We have a flagon of Whistle Pig.
Jesus, that's like $40 worth of Whistle Pig in that glass.
How about that? A new
It's
documentary.
suddenly becoming a cocktail hour.
Well,
I don't
no,
miss
I'm
it.
just. It's a 6 o'clock taping, and we're going to be back here early tomorrow morning, and you know what you're going to get then too.
We
right?
hope. Yeah, you won't be silly tomorrow.
Right.
No, I probably won't.
But if you're late tomorrow, it's your fault.
Okay. A new documentary just aired at the Sundance Film Festival called Pee-wee as Himself.
Pee-wee.
It features the final interviews with Paul Rubens, who died in 2023, and it unveils this not-so-shocking revelation. Yeah, it's not shocking. Pee-wee was gay! What? Yeah. In fact, a man he was dating early in his career named Guy, hi Guy, had certain vocal tics that inspired the way the Pee-wee character spoke.
What guy do you think it was? Do you think it was Guy Williams who played Zorro?
I'm ready for my massage, Pee-wee. Stop it. Rubens was actually out until his career started taking off. He said, quote, I was out of the closet and then I went back in the closet. I wasn't pursuing the Paul Rubens career. I was pursuing the Pee Wee Herman career. My career would have absolutely suffered if I was openly gay. It would have. I believe him.
Yeah,
Especially in that era, yeah.
The kids' show wouldn't have happened.
Right?
No, you're right.
But over the course of his career, Rubens had, quote, many, many secret relationships. He added, quote, I hid behind an alter ego. I spent my entire adult life hiding. I was a huge weed head. I was secretive
that
about
surprises me.
Yeah. I was secretive about my sexuality, even to my friends, out of self-hatred or self-preservation. I was conflicted about sexuality, but fame was way more complicated. Rubens also addresses his scandals in the movie, saying, quote, more than anything, the reason I wanted to make a documentary was to let people see who I really am and how painful and difficult it was to be labeled something that I wasn't. Remember that when he was in the theater and got caught right?
That was
With the trench coat,
87,
right?
yeah.
With the trench coat and the popcorn or whatever.
It's so sad because I really, really love him as a performer, and I'll go back and look at his stuff, and my mind reels. And I had tickets to see him that were postponed because of COVID, and then he passed away, so I never got a chance to see him live, which is
Rubens actually stopped cooperating with the filmmakers over his 2001 arrest for alleged child pornography because he was worried about how it would be covered. The charge was eventually dropped, but he later changed his mind about the documentary and sent the filmmakers a final audio message. Throughout the filming, though, he never told the crew about the cancer that would eventually kill him. So that's sad life, really, when you think about it. Sad life, but one of the all-time,
great
for
legacy.
Adults and
Great
for
legacy.
kids, one of the funniest movies ever made, in my humble opinion. Really, really hysterical. Jesse Eisenberg played Lex Luthor in Batman vs. Superman and Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network. So maybe he's the right guy to ask how he feels about the rise of tech billionaires in America. Bill Maher just did that on Friday's episode of Real Time, and here's what Jesse had to say.
Are they saying that because he played Lex Luthor, who in the story is a tech millionaire, he knows about it?
I think it's more Mark Zuckerberg in The Social
I would
Network.
hope so, that they're not citing Lex Luthor.
But here's the Jesse quote. And by the way, he was Mark Zuckerberg in that movie. I mean, in The Social Network, he was fantastic. He says, quote, I look at it from a very specific perspective, which is, if you're so rich and powerful, why are you not just spending your days doing good things for the world? He added, quote, I married a woman who's like this amazing activist. All she thinks about all day is, how can I help the people who are most in need? So when I watch these incredibly powerful people, I just think, why are you not spending your day helping people? Why are you getting mired into this weird stuff and taking privacy concerns away, hurting people who are already hurting, marginalized people? That's Jesse Eisenberg saying that.
Well, I don't like him particularly as a performer, but I think he makes a decent point there.
I think it's a decent point. I don't like him. I think, don't you get the impression, and this has nothing to do with what he's saying, that when you see him, that he's not just playing a snarky character, he's kind of snarky himself.
Watch
right?
him on any talk show. He's murder.
100%,
He
right?
is talk show killer, right?
I agree. Yeah. Well, you know how it goes. The theater advertises a movie start time is 7 p.m., and you make sure you're in your seat, popcorn and drink in hand at 7, and then you get assaulted by ads for cars, M&Ms, upcoming primetime TV shows.
Soda pop.
Followed by that notice to silence your phone and visually locate the exit, blah, blah, blah. And then the previews start. By the time the actual movie starts, it's like 20 after, 7:30. Your popcorn's half gone. Well, a Connecticut state senator named Martin Looney. Your father's in togas. A loony. He's a loony. He calls this an abuse of people's time. And he has introduced a bill that would make theaters list the actual start time of the movie you're paying to see. I'm all down with it.
I love when lawmakers get focused on something that really affects them. That he got irritated about this and went home and wrote this up.
I love it. I love the fact that we have that roll up to the film. I want that stuff.
But I love knowing exactly when it starts, so you could really, if you were running late, you could say, we're okay, the movie starts at 7:20.
So they still would have the stuff, but the movie would have a hard start.
Oh, yeah, you still let them do all the BS they want.
Because I like to embarrass my children by yelling out the word mix-ups in the theater as loud as I can.
But he introduced a bill that would actually make theaters, excuse me, that was my first real... soon.
It might not
actually
be the
make
first.
theaters let you know what start time the movie you're paying to see will actually begin. The theater owner in Stamford pointed out these are challenging times for movie houses, and they rely on those ads for revenue, making it easier for people to skip those ads. I don't look at it that way. I look at it like, we're going to be late for the movie. Can we still go see it? That's what we base it on. We don't base it on we have to sit through those ads. Never. I would never do that. I'd love to be in my seat early, you know? That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
So companies are less likely
I can do
to,
without
pay for
Paddington in Peru. That's a preview I don't need to see again.
that. Is Hugh Grant in it? Is he going to be in it
Hugh
again?
Grant is not in it.
I don't know if I'm down with Paddington. A Florida man finally, in his 40s, just landed himself in a medical journal after his crazy diet turned his hands, feet, and elbows a light orange color.
No.
They diagnosed him with something called xanthelasma.
Yep.
I don't think it has anything to do with breathing. It's when your cholesterol gets so high, fat starts building up under your skin. It causes yellow or orange deposits, usually around your eyes, but it can happen anywhere on your body. So what was he eating? He told them that he'd followed an extreme carnivore diet for 8 months and was only eating hamburger meat, cheese, and full sticks of butter.
Oh, God. Ugh.
He told them he'd lost some weight and was feeling really good.
I bet.
But when they checked his cholesterol, it was over 1,000.
Oh, no. No wonder he was losing weight. He was dying.
Anything above 200 is bad. They didn't say how he's doing now. There's no update. He is fully employed. He works at an Orange Julius.
No, he doesn't.
Nah, he works part-time as a traffic cone. There you go. That's a little joke. We'll take a break. When we come back, more fun, more thrills. You, ladies and gentlemen, are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa, whoa. And I have a flagon in my hands. And we're late, which is what we usually are when that happens. And loud cup.
Loud cup.
Loud cup.
Loud cup.
We'll be right back with you. So, is this you? Hi, I'm a consumer, and I love great coffee, but I can't stand staying up all night because of the caffeine. What's a girl to do? Wah! And scene.
Perfect read.
Well, your problems are over, thanks to Savorista. Savorista Coffee offers premium craft decaf and half-calf blends with bold flavors, ethically sourced beans, and natural decaffeination. Plus, it's small batch, roasted for exceptional taste. You will definitely find your perfect blend at Savorista.com. This is unlike any decaf you've ever tried. Savorista delivers a flavorful coffee experience without compromise. So, whether you're cutting back on caffeine or seeking incredible coffee anytime, Savorista is the perfect choice. Head over to Savorista.com and treat yourself to Savorista. And make sure you use the promo code TMOS for 25% off. 25% off with the code TMOS at Savorista.com. We earn a commission when you use the code. So please do get yourself, you want a little decaf that's really tastes like coffee? Go to Savorista.
You know what's amazing at Savorista? They also have half calf. So
That's
if you
cool.
want some caffeine.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. I think
it's
that's
brilliant.
very, very cool.
It's brilliant, and the stuff is amazing. So try
Josh
it out.
Soroka, Margaritaville Cruise,
Yeah.
3-day cruise that you went on. Is that what you did?
What was it? 3 nights.
Three nights.
Friday to Monday morning. And I'll tell you, I've been on other cruises.
Yes.
This one was fine. It was good. It was okay. Where it takes a step down compared to other cruises is the food quality.
See,
It's a
that's the
step down.
first thing I was going
And
to
that's-
ask you.
And that's one of the main things about a cruise.
Right, is the food.
Yep.
So
Was it cafeteria style food?
they had a fine dining restaurant for dinner.
Okay.
And that
Fine
But
was
that's
great.
that's an upcharge, right?
No, that was not.
By the
an
way,
upcharge.
you could make money if you opened something in St. August. Josh Soroka's Fine Dining with an apostrophe after the end.
right.
And think of the money
Exactly.
you'd save on the sign. Yeah, a G is expensive. An apostrophe, they're giving
See,
them
the
away.
first thing I was
So-
going to ask you, Josh, was
Yes.
the food, and you're telling
and
me that the food sucks.
The food in the cafeteria area for like lunch was just Not that great. They did have their whole cheeseburger in paradise cheeseburger bar. That was okay.
And how were the burgers? I mean, really,
The burgers were
obviously
fine.
were the burgers?
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
No, they were good. They were. Probably
I had a burger
They were
recently.
probably the best food on the ship.
I had a cheap burger recently, and it was underdone. And it's about the worst thing I've ever eaten. It was just because were they at least cooked
Yes,
through?
it was cooked all the way through.
Okay.
When you hit the buffet line,
Yes.
it was more general. Did it remind you of some of your days in your prayer camps where they feed dozens and dozens and dozens of kids?
No, this food was a lot better than those.
Okay, good.
This is not camp food. It was decent. It was.
Was
just
there
not a
dessert
great
fare?
selection.
Was it just you and your bride?
Yes.
That went on this.
Yeah.
Was there decent dessert fare at least?
The desserts were okay. Yes.
Was it a lot of cake?
Again, cakes and
Like
it was a lot of
eclairs?
cakes, brownies.
Were you allowed to use the soft serve machine by yourself?
No, they have someone there operating it for you.
Do they put Jimmy's on it?
They do not, and they don't even. I saw.
Did they have
I saw-
real ice cream? You're dealing with two fatties here, so get ready to be barraged. Rob and I will pepper you with questions.
It was a soft serve ice cream machine. I did not partake in the ice cream, but I watched as two separate occasions. I watched different old man get mad at the ice cream guy because their machine would not twist vanilla and chocolate together.
Oh, there's
Oh,
the
so they
gourmet.
just had vanilla or chocolate.
Or chocolate. And what the guy would do is he would put half of it on chocolate and then vanilla on top.
That's
And
not the same thing.
The old man
He should
wanted
go to
But it's
twisted.
not. It's also not something you should expect because it's a specialty soft serve ice cream when you have a machine that
It's
can do that.
pretty
And it-
general, I think, Mike.
No,
to
I
have
think it's pretty
two
general.
flavors and a mixed third spigot in the middle. I think it is.
No, I think you have
can
to
even get
have
it at
a
Costco.
specialty machine that does it.
Yes. well,
If
yeah,
you're
you
going to
need the
wrap
third
them, it
lever.
has to be a different machine.
Yeah,
Rob.
but I'm saying it's not uncommon. It sounds to me like
I didn't
Jimmy
mean it
cheaped
was.
out.
I didn't. What I meant was it's not something that is mandatory.
Okay,
for
I'm
soft
with you.
serve ice
You're
cream.
right.
But I
You have
will
chocolate
say-
and vanilla.
I've never seen a machine that has both and not the middle knob to twist them.
Yeah, and then then it becomes an issue of choosing which of the two flavors. Vanilla is almost always one. Chocolate is good, but you know what? Orange, and then you get like the Coors Brothers sort of dreamsicle cone, and that's
Did they have margaritas there? Were the margaritas good?
I did not partake in the.
Did your wife
alcohol
have a
drinks.
margarita?
We did not.
Oh, you guys are teetotalers, I forgot. Or sort of teetotalers, right?
They don't drink much.
I don't like to spend that money on the cruise ship.
Oh, so
And
you
buy
don't
some
get
drinks, you have to buy-
okay.
you
So
have to
so
buy
let's
like a
go
drink
back.
package or something.
Let's backtrack. What
So
was
I
included in the cruise?
So I upgraded myself to the VIP package.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Well, and that was to turn on. I didn't realize I did that until it was the deal to get internet on the ship and to get early access on the ship and to be the first people off the ship.
That's huge.
I'd
And
do that.
coming back on a Monday morning, I wanted to be off that ship right at 8 a.m. And ready to go.
As far as the other patrons,
Yes.
was it a well populated trip?
It was. I think it was probably half full. It was not that full
That's
of
good.
a ship, which
That's
was
good,
great.
right?
It's interesting going between the different cruise lines and the different type of clientele. This was a lot more. It was clear it was a weekend cruise.
It was cheap. It was cheapy.
It was cheap. It was a cheap one.
Did
And
you
it
see
was-
anyone who seemed to be really dedicated to the Margaritaville lifestyle, like
Excellent
Hawaiian
question.
shirts or
Oh.
straw hats?
Pretty much anyone over the age of 50 was in a Hawaiian shirt and some captain hats and living they were there because it said Margaritaville on it.
This is another big question for me, and you don't get this on any cruise ship, really.
Yeah.
You really don't. Were there any attractive people on the cruise?
No.
Men or
No.
no. Yeah.
No.
Slam dunk on that cruise.
I
That's
think
it.
Josh is attractive,
There,
so there was one.
There was one. I agree with you. Port of calls. What were the ports of call?
Oh, only one port of call. Nassau.
Nassau. So
Sure.
it's basically a trip.
Yeah.
And good news,
one day
Mike.
and one day where they just parked the boat in the middle of the ocean.
And that's nice too. Mike, the good thing about Nassau is Nassau's gone funky. So I'm sure he had a great time
How
the
long?
Bahamas.
How long did you get to get off the ship in Nassau?
Well, we had
20
all day.
minutes.
We had all day. I think we got off.
Did you
for
gamble?
I got gambled on the ship.
Okay.
In Nassau, we got off for about an hour, and then we went back to the ship.
Were there
And
Tinders,
said-
or could you just get off on the dock?
Tinder.
No, got off on the dock.
It's not that kind of cruise, Rob.
Well, you don't
You
know.
horny
You've not
devil.
been. No, my,
Tinder. Swipe right.
Don't
No.
you mean tender?
I thought it was Tinders that
No, it's
brought them-
tender.
It's a tender.
It's a tender. You mallet head.
A
It's
mullet
tender.
head I am.
Mallet head. So
That's
I screwed
better,
it.
Mike.
You
Yes.
really thought it was a Tinder?
I thought it was.
Yeah, you just.
Why
swiped
did you
the
think it
boat's
was
pass.
a tender? It tends to the ship.
Well, Mike, now I know.
How do you know it didn't tend to the ship?
Good answer, Rob.
Well, what do you want me to say?
I just think sometimes I for a magna cum laude student, sometimes I'm
Stop
amazed
it.
at your
Stop
lack
it.
of knowledge on
It's
certain
a
things.
horrible school. You know that. Doesn't
Tender,
count.
yeah, it's a tender, and it goes along with not only cruise
Were
ships,
the
but
burgers Tinder?
Now, I'll tell you.
tender, juicy, and delicious.
the
That really
cruise-
surprises me that you didn't know that.
The cruise was a lot of fun. It's good. It's easier to come on here and complain about the lack of food and everything.
As
Sure.
far
But
as
for
as
me,
far as blowing a weekend,
it was perfect.
It was
Look
fine.
out.
Our goal was rest, and that's what we did. We rested. We spent time in the spa, got massages, read books.
So
I
just
read
chilled.
like a book and a half, just chill, just hang out.
Did the masseuse look like Jimmy Buffett?
You know what the mistake I made with the masseuse
What's that?
is that they had a buy one get one deal,
Sure.
and so we
The
did.
masseuse look like Jimmy Buffett now. It'd be like
that's
a
a
Halloween
problem.
cruise.
That would be bad.
So you did a buy one, get one?
We did a buy one get one, and said, sure, we can make it a couples massage and be in the same room.
Yeah.
The problem is,
Carl and I did a couples massage, and
I've
I
done
loved
it with Carrie, yeah.
I
And
loved it. It's
I've
fun.
done
It's a good thing to do.
the problem is, our masseuses were making the loudest noises. There was nothing relaxing.
What do you mean? What do you mean noises?
Doors opening and closing, cluttering with stuff,
Excuse me.
moving up and down. It was one of the worst massages I have ever had.
Oh no! Really? You
wasn't
got to
relaxing.
Can
speak
you
up.
take more pressure?
Normally, when I go get a massage, they focus on one part of the body at a time and
yeah,
move
they
around.
do.
Let me ask this
This
question.
person went all over, like AD,
All over?
Yeah, like
Prostate?
ADHD.
Yeah.
Nope, didn't flip me. One-sided.
Let me ask this. Oh, so you did the front?
No, back.
Oh, the
Sorry,
back.
missed the prostate.
I prefer a
They keep you right
massage,
there.
Mike,
Well,
that you know when it's over. It
Well,
has
just
a
with the
definite
boat moving,
ending.
that was fine.
When Jimmy Buffett says to me, "We're done."
So on a scale,
I only had one. I had one major problem with the cruise ship, and
What's
it was good enough and entertaining enough for the weekend that I did go look into group rates.
Okay.
I
For
think
the
that
show?
would be fun. Yeah.
Because for the show, it
I'd
would
do it.
probably be cheaper than that place in Vegas we don't want to go back to.
Right.
No, yeah, I
And
agree.
it's got a casino. It's got lots of dining and lots of spaces to hang out. So I
I
did go
looked
get
But
some
into it.
information.
can you
They
price
showed-
compare? Can you price compare though, and like
Oh, of course.
find other options?
Of course.
Are you familiar with the Veendom?
But
Hi, I'm Gordon Liddy. I will be on the SS Veendom.
but if you remember, I paid extra to get off the boat before everyone.
Yes.
What do you think? We
So-
would put 200 to 500 people on a cruise.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think realistically, the people that would spend the money
Right.
to go
I-
on a cruise.
I
And by the
told
way,
them-
if you're a cruiser and you're listening to this discussion right now, Josh will take your suggestions and we'll
Yeah.
work with you.
Nothing
I
longer
would,
than a weekend.
yeah, it would be a long. It would be like a 3-dayer.
Yeah,
That's
3
it.
night at most.
Right.
Maybe 5. And then Mike and I can offer massages. Only the back.
But my problem, and
Rob
the
does
reason
the
I
back.
was-
I do the front.
The reason
Yes,
I was
you do.
on with their support today is because I paid extra to get off the boat before everyone.
Now,
Okay.
a question without revealing any hard numbers. How much percentage-wise?
Oh, I'll tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, the cruise was $99.
What?
Yes. Now, hold on,
99
hold on.
$100
Hold on.
bucks?
Yes. You then have to pay taxes.
Which, 120.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Wow.
Okay,
Right.
keep adding.
So the cruise for 2 people, it was like $500.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's a 3-day cruise.
That's 3 nights. Yeah,
Was it
3
$99
nights.
a night for your
No,
room?
total. Total.
Total. Okay.
Where does the $500 come in? Where does it go $400 more? Those
$99
rip-off
a person.
Buffett?
$99 a person.
Okay, so that's $200.
Plus taxes,
100
$250.
Yeah, it's like
250.
125.
And then
Right.
what's
So
the upcharge?
Well, you're up to $450 now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then I purchased the package with internet and get on early and get off early.
Is that
See,
one package or 2 packages?
That was one package for like $170.
That's the
The
VIP
internet
experience.
package?
Yeah.
Internet with get on and get off early.
I probably pop for that.
I jumped for it because I wanted to test out the internet and I want to get off the ship. It's Monday morning. Kelly works.
Okay, so let's say 500 beans for the cruise. Worth it?
No, totally worth it. We'll do it again.
Okay.
But
that's
here's
great.
the problem. I paid to get off early. I get out of my room before they even make the announcement that we've gotten to the dock
Port.
and can
Right.
that we've been cleared to get off.
Right.
I go out and the lobby is just full of people. So I go up to them and say, "Hey, I've got this VIP bracelet. It's supposed to get me off first."
Yeah.
They say, "Oh, we can't do anything. If people want to get off, I can't stop them."
Oh,
You go to
You
the
get your
back of
money
the
back.
line.
You get your money back.
That's what I called, and they are investigating the problem, whatever that means.
Investigating.
Investigate.
Well, I'm glad you. So you give it a thumbs up. I'm not going to make you grade it. You
No,
would
we'll
give
do
it
it
about a
again.
7.
It's a 6-7 as far as compared to other cruise ships. Others, I'll probably try a different brand for a weekend cruise.
Please do, because the Margaritaville. No, not going to happen.
I did a little internet research on the Margaritaville Cruise, Mike. It has the reputation of being the worst boat in the ocean. But the guy who sailed on it said, and I quote, "Not that bad."
Now,
Not that bad, and
No.
that's what
Rob-
all cruises are not that bad.
Rob, you might be
Cruises suck.
interested. Teachers and a guest cruise for free.
Teachers and
Hey,
guests.
Carrie's
Teachers
a
and one
teacher.
guest.
Rob.
Yes.
Or
Rob will
nurses
do
and a
that.
guest.
Rob would love to do that.
Yes, I'll even pretend to be a teacher.
Yeah, they just make you pay the taxes and port fees, apparently.
So, like, if you went down
Now-
to visit your dad,
Yeah.
and then you and Carrie wanted to do a little thing, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Now,
Will
when
we
you're
have
on
to
there-
go together? Can we
Hey,
make
guess
that
what?
be 2 tickets?
I'm the one drinking. I'm managing the time. We have to take a break. We're taking a break right now. Is there one last final word, Josh, on the cruise?
It's perfectly fine, Margaritaville. It didn't sink. It was parked next to the Disney Cruise Line, and it was half the size of the other boat.
Well, those
Rob
Disney-
describes. Rob, I think, may have invented this, and it usually involves a bowl. It was a big bowl. Rob, it was a big bowl of what?
Okay.
Okay. We'll be right back,
Mike,
everybody.
it was not unattractive.
Little show and tell for you when we come back on the Mike
Great.
O'Mara Show. But first, I want to tell you about this program being sponsored by our dear friends at Liquid IV. Remember, whatever you do it your own way with extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Powered by Live Hydroscience, Liquid IV helps you break the mold with flavors like their new Hydration Multiplier Sugar-Free Raspberry Lemonade, a bright zero-sugar flavor combining notes of ripe, freshly picked raspberries and citrusy. Yes, he's been drinking. Citrusy, zesty lemon. Flippin' amazing. You know that I love Liquid IV. You see me drink it every day out of my Pizza Hut red cup.
Mike, that cup is not red.
It's the best. It
It
keeps
is the
me
best.
going, whether you get regular or sugar-free. You can choose from about 1 million flavors, plus 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, and always non-GMO, vegan,
GMO, Mike.
gluten-free.
Yes.
Wo ist der Gluten?
Mike,
Dairy, yes?
nicht gluten.
Ich bin einen Gluten.
Nein!
Dairy-free and soy-free.
Yes.
Don't think you don't need it. The dry air of winter will dehydrate you before you know it. Liquid IV to the rescue. Sprinkle it on my toast, which I never, ever burn. Tear, pour, live more.
No Excelsior?
Excelsior. Live more Liquid IV. Embrace your rituals with extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. Rob.
Mike.
Do you remember when I played my recipe lady and we actually use her Laka?
Yeah, of course.
And do you remember that all I would see of this lady when she would make her wonderful recipes, one that I made last week for the family, which was absolutely delicious.
Was it
She's a
cheeseburger
great
in
cook.
paradise? Is that
No, it was it was beef stroganoff. Stroganoff.
That's usually a meal for one, isn't it?
You ever think maybe I should do this with every show?
No,
you ever think maybe, okay.
I don't.
That's
It's
a
a
6
special.
o'clock taping. I had traffic.
It's a special thing.
The lady she was captivating, and I never really knew what she looked like, other than she just had a really nice way, and you heard little children in the background
Yeah, I liked
playing.
it.
And she would make great recipes, and the video properties, like the editing and the way she was shot it was really, really nicely done. And I liked her. Well, lo and behold, about a month ago, up on her website pops the face of the woman who's Laka.
Really,
And I
that's
thought,
wild because it seemed to me, and I watched a few of her videos too, that they purposely did not show her face.
Thought the same thing. And would you be interested to get a look at our, I guess, German Laka? It's Essen recipes, which is German for eat.
Yeah.
So it's Essen. Would you like to get a look at
I
our
would love it.
lovely lady? Josh,
Yeah.
why don't we play a clip of the lady?
Sauces. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
She should be showing her face always.
I know.
Making some sort of garlic chicken thigh.
Pretty delicious.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Is it true that she makes the most hateful recipes on the internet?
Stop it. Don't make a Nazi joke.
I'm not.
I hope we get one more shot of her. Do we get one more shot of her, Josh? Or you probably don't.
I don't know.
All I
Let's
have
take a
is a
look.
picture of her from the cruise.
Doesn't that look good, though? Oh, she's frying rice. Man, that looks yummy. Come on, show her one more time, please. Please show her. Yeah!
Lecker.
Yeah! There she is!
Mike, that did
There
not
she is.
disappoint.
Thank you. Let's take a break again. Thank you. That's
You
how
want to?
That's how I fill time. I manage time beautifully, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure.
We'll come back with what? Are we running super late?
Well, kind of. But, I mean, we'll be...
No, we're going to be on
fine.
time.
We're right on time.
We're right on. What are you talking about?
Well, how are we late?
We're not late.
Well,
We're
why'd you
not.
say it?
It's just our breaks aren't falling where they normally fall. That's all. That's fine.
No, this is our last break before you do your stuff, right?
Exactly. Then I will do my stuff.
No, I'm confused because I really
You're
have
fine.
had a couple
Time,
of adult
time
beverages.
is fine.
Time is
It's-
liquid, Mike. It's
But
fine.
I mean, did I do this is the last
Yes.
commercial coming
Yes,
up,
you're
and
right?
you caught up good with the
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, we
Unless-
ran late. Don't.
Yeah.
It's tough enough for me to do this.
Unless
Watch-
Rob's
you're
planning
doing
2
the best.
segments of videos.
What's that?
Maybe Rob's planning a second segment of videos.
I don't know what's wrong with him. You know what? Who knows?
I should
Listen
be in
up.
bed.
What?
I should be in bed. 7:30.
It's late. He's got weird energy tonight. He does. And I have it now because I'm, halfway through Whistle Pig. Listen up, beautiful. Derm Glow Skin celebrates new beginnings. What are your aspirations for 2025? Derm Glow Skin and Carla are here to empower you. Whether you resolve to lose 1 pound or 100, even 200 pounds, Carla is dedicated to guiding you. Let Dermglow Skin be your partner for all your peptide needs. Explore semaglutide, terzipatide, and samorelin, B12, NAD+, synapsin, glutathione, PT151. These are peptides and the most amazing variety of skincare products as well, all delivered to your doorstep. You can experience the comfort of transformation from your own home. Even better, Carla's always there to support you. Her email inbox never closes. Visit dermglowskin.com and discover the weight management and peptides button. I am Mike O'Mara, and now that I've lost the weight and maximized my epidermal beauty, it's time that I let you in on a little secret. I am actually 102 years old.
What?
But you'd never know.
No.
Thanks to Carla. And yes, America. I love you. Now go in peace. So, Rob, I know I was behind, but I did catch up, correct?
Yeah, you're fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
All right,
but we do have beautiful video.
Hey, I like that. Some
Can you drink
beautiful
it?
video.
Cherry time.
Uh-oh, ring that Beatles bell.
Listen up. This is the XM Nation.
60s on 6.
XM Radio.
Another hour of music.
Canceled my subscription today.
You canceled your XM?
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
I thought you did last week.
No, well, last week, yeah. It went, last week, not this week. I did.
Did they endeavor to keep you around? Did they offer
Yeah, but
you
know, I've learned from the best. You just say, not interested, don't want to be upsold. Nope, thank you, we're done.
All right, Mike, without XM, that'll free up your evening. You can watch tonight on NBC television, and I believe it'll be on Peacock tomorrow. No, I'm not talking about Happy's Place. I think that if you watch it on Peacock, you're not going to get all the music, but I'm actually pretty excited about this.
Hey, everybody, this is Reba McEntire.
Sorry, something slipped.
That's fine. I've been excited about this special ever since they announced it. You know, this is the 50th season of Saturday Night Live. For the first time, I believe, they're doing a special featuring the musical guests.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are so lucky tonight.
Carly, XCX,
Prince, LL Cool J,
Adele,
Public Enemy,
Bob Dylan,
Willie Nelson. Bad Bunny.
live from New York.
SNL has served as a time capsule through the decades for America.
To me, it was the most iconic American television show of all time.
You don't know what's going to happen until 11:30 p.m.
It's the tightrope walk. They want to see you dangle. They don't want to see you fall.
Lauren called on Wednesday. We had to fly to New York that night.
Things are constantly changing.
We're going to change you here. We're going to change you there.
You have to run from the music sketch and you're all covered in sweat and change.
The first time we came to Saturday Night Live, I was absolutely terrified.
Doesn't that look cool?
It does, and for those of you that might be a little burned on Saturday Night Live, I know the people, Rob, that didn't grow up with it like I did,
right,
are a little crispy on Saturday Night Live right now because I think that it's a little overdone. But you can't ignore the musical guests that were iconic. However, I will tell you that growing up with it, and I'm the elder statesman here. I was there in high school when it was born. I was the guy going home on Saturday night with my friends, sitting in front of the TV watching it, and I will tell you, for a good chunk of those shows, the musical guests were irrelevant.
You're right.
You wanted to get right back to the funny. And
but
I think
after
that
50
was
seasons of, say, 20 episodes a season, that leaves you with
you get amazing guests. I don't know, and I'll ask you this. I don't know if you get amazing performances.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you don't. Yeah, well, like it depends on the construction of the band. For example, I think it was Ashley Simpson who unfortunately revealed she was lip syncing. Yeah. And then also they performed live, but the Spice Girls were a disaster. Yeah. I mean, they just couldn't
so you get a lot of that because it's live TV and it doesn't always work. But it's still kind of cool to look. I certainly would be interested to look
I love that they have sort of opened the doors on Saturday Night Live more because it was a very secret sort of operation until Tom Shales the late Tom Shales wrote his book, Live from New York. Right. And it sort of opened it up now. And Lauren seems...
God, I forgot the late Tom Shales.
Sad. I missed him.
Okay.
But Lauren, seems to be a little more open. Of course, Lauren is 100 now, so why not?
Lauren's squeezing every drop out of the turnip.
And it's to praise himself. They're not opening the door up. It's not an external documentary crew.
It's a circle jerk.
No, it is. It is. You're right. But I like finding out about this stuff.
Well, one of the things you've done since I, stopped, you've been loyal. You've looked in on every single episode.
This week was a good episode.
Okay.
This week was a good episode.
All right. Well, and I like the way we do it now. It's kind of like highlights of a ball game that I don't want to watch.
Yep. So true. You don't think for a moment I'm still staying up on Saturday night. I watch.
No,
it on
but I mean,
Peacock
I
the
think
next
it's
day,
there's still some good stuff.
Yeah,
and it holds up.
I think, Mike, you might relate to this lady who was called by her son's school to come in with a trash bag. Now, does your son have a locker at his school?
Yes.
Okay, just make sure he keeps it clean.
Son's school emailed me and told me that he needed to come to school with a trash bag because his locker was so full he could not shut his locker door. I had to show you guys what was in his locker because if I did not film it, I feel like nobody would believe me. He's 12. This is not what I wanted to show you. After we get past the clothes,
of course, lots of clothes.
Not one, but 2 TV remotes, a rotten apple, a headset, the school supplies that I just taught him should be in his locker. My personal favorite, the reason why I'm making this video.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to pause this.
Is that Nicolas Cage?
It's a circular golden frame with Nick Cage as Shrek in it. And this was at the school that he had to clean out of his locker.
You don't love people when you watch this.
I love it.
That's
I love
fantastic. Good
and
stuff.
Mike, it was so cold.
It was so cold.
You have to ask me.
How cold was it?
That this guy, when he was stopped by police, I believe he was in a fight, his pants got sort of lowered during the activity of the fight. And when the police had him lay down on the pavement, I would say the worst possible thing that could freeze to the pavement froze to the pavement.
This is awesome entertainment. Drink on the jaw. I know it was a joke. His full.
They're happy to help him get up.
His wiener.
Yes. And Mike,
so he peed himself, and then his wiener got stuck to the pavement.
I think just the moisture.
What happened? I don't know what happened.
I think the body heat, I think, melted the ice, and then it refroze while he was laying there.
Yeah. So this is why you have to make sure you keep your pants up when you're in a fight. But the good news is that guy with the frozen penis, he will be on the Saturday Night Live special tonight.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you West Coasters enjoyed it, you bonus show subscribers. By the way, we still have plenty of loud cups, plenty of not really plenty of mugs.
Okay, get them while you can.
And nine Super Bowl squares left.
9 Super Bowl squares. So hey, at least when you don't give a rat's ass about the game, gambling makes everything better. Remember that.
It do.
Fantastic show, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you all checking in with us. Don't forget, subscribe to our bonus content. Buy our wonderful stuff like our brand new Loud Cups. Look at those, ladies and gentlemen. And all the other wonderful things we have for you. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning with another show.
See you in 12 hours.
You. Looking forward to it.
I bet you are.
Not. For Rob Spiewak and Josh Soroka, this is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
It's just liquor. That's all it is.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
It is all fun and games until someone gets herpes.
Why don't you love me?